Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 16th episode of The Ruins of Warsaw. I'm Alexandra, and I'm the storyteller.
Hi, I'm Dolores, and I'm playing Janina of Clan Bruja.
Hi, I'm Faye, and I'm playing Beatrice Wozniak of Clan Malkavian.
Hi, I'm Aurora, and I'm playing Mara of Clan Nosferatu.
And as always, we have my partner in the chat managing everything. So if there are any issues like there were last week with the sound or something, please write them in the chat. All right, and thank you so much for being with us. And with that, let's jump right in. Just do a quick recap. Last time, we caught up there to the rest of the coterie. We saw her learn how to hide using her kindred gifts. And also help her sire, Felicia, search for the Malkavian Primogen, which took them towards the old town area of Warsaw, where they sense a strange presence. Bea noticed a figure with pale eyes looking towards her. Felicia smelled blood. And there were omens indicating danger that waits by its time. But nothing came out of it at that time. It was just a feeling of something that is coming. And they indeed found the Primogen, who, however, didn't seem very willing to talk. And after abandoning a construction site where he appeared to be working among the workers, and after winking to Bea, lost Felicia and disappeared. After they returned to Huddle Bristol, Bea, with the rest of the coterie, talked to Cornelia of Clan Ventru, who gave them some additional details regarding their task and offered blood and weapons or any other assistance they might require. She didn't seem very impressed with Mara at that point, who made some jokes, and Cornelia clearly wasn't in a mood for that. But you got some extra material to prepare for your task, and you discussed what to do with that. And the following night, after Mara met with Diana to arrange their trip to the radio and made a call, you went to indeed get some blood from Cornelia and ghouls that were provided for that purpose. And Janina didn't quite manage to control herself and ended up not killing in the end. Mara and the other ghoul managed to pull her off the guy, but injuring quite severely somebody's servant who was provided to her to feed. And Cornelia wasn't very pleased with that, for which Mara tried to apologize, and Bea tried to apologize, but Janina completely ignored it and just laughed. And Mara followed her, and they had a bit of a rant about Camarilla. And Bea stayed behind, chatted to Cornelia a bit more, and was getting frustrated with her sisters and her not quite serious approach to the task that awaits them. But when she finally reunited with them, she didn't say anything, and not quite happy with each other, with some tension running between you, you walked towards Holy Trinity Church in Solid's neighborhood. It wasn't a very long walk. Took you maybe half an hour. And you got to the Solace neighborhood. You, Janina, know this area possibly fairly well. It used to be a rather poor area of a city, almost a slum where lots of working people lived, likely some of your friends or people you worked with. But before the war, it was becoming, the character of the place was changing as some of the intelligentsia began to move in and building villas, and in some parts of the district became much more elegant. And it is also an area that suffered a lot during the war and during the uprising. And as you walk, you see the ruins of the villas around you, and the skeletons of what used to be elegant homes, with bullet marks covering remaining walls all around you. And you stop before you approach Holy Trinity Church to discuss how to proceed, and that's where we ended last time. So there you go, you're standing there. You're nearby now, but still in what appears to be a safe distance. You don't quite see the church yet.
Right, well, we're getting close now.
Want me to go scouting ahead?
I think that would probably be best. Don't approach the building, just stay at a safe distance. Just check out the area, see what's a good place to maybe lurk in. And then give us a shout if it all looks clear. We'll wait here for you.
Okay. I try to as silently as I can. I approach the area. I see if there are places to hide in a place that is both well hidden from the occupants of the church, but we can see the church from there,
Okay.
and we can see who go out and who enters.
Right, so you approach, and the church itself, as you see, its facade with a gaping hole on one side, and a smaller building to your right of the church. In front of it, there's actually quite a wide open patch of dry grass in front. But you are looking around. So look for wits and survival. With difficulty 7.
No.
You don't seem to see a place that would be very obvious to hide. There are some buildings on the other side of the road, well, ruins of buildings. You see that on the other side, the church has collapsed. There is much like when you were in the cathedral a while ago, a pile of rubble that you could climb over to get inside if you so wished. But you don't see an obvious good hiding place. You see some that might work, but you're not sure how secure they actually are.
I try to look around and see if I spot people or animals obviously keeping guard around the place.
Roll perception and alertness. With difficulty 8 for this.
Botch, very, very botched.
So you botched.
Like seriously botched.
Okay, you don't see anything then.
Okay. We are fine. All is fine.
You don't see anything. You think it's safe. Like you're pretty sure it's safe to approach right now.
It's fine. It's totally fine. I go back. happy with the safeness of this all, I go. Once I arrive.
Yeah, you get to there without any issue.
Well, you heard my disembodied voice because I'm obfuscated. Well, there are places, I don't know how safe they are. We can try. I didn't spot any danger for now in the area.
Okay.
So I could try to approach and peek inside.
Okay. Well, you said you found maybe a couple of potential spots. If you've not seen anything, how's about we all get a little closer and see if we can hunker down somewhere?
Yes.
We'll still keep an eye out and an ear out. And I'll see if I can spot anything that's maybe more supernaturally hidden. Okay.
So do you all head?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be as quiet as possible.
And I will
dexterity and stealth. You, Janina, as well, if you also wish to be stealthy.
All right.
Mara, I presume, is obfuscated.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
Okay, so I have 4 success.
Okay, so I see what's happening with Bea.
How about a bot?
You had a bot.
Yup.
Let's have all of our botches right away.
You learn really well, obfuscate.
So you think you are being very stealthy?
Not so much.
You at some point slip a bit and almost fall, making a bit of noise, but you look around and it doesn't seem like anyone has noticed you.
Okay. I'd also like to open up senses to see if there's anything hidden.
You mean as in
anything
supernaturally?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Roll perception and awareness.
And I just want to look for anything like danger, but not supernatural, just anything that would be out of ordinary. Just to check if anyone is following us.
For Bea, that is difficulty 7, and for Janina, that's a difficulty 8, perception and alertness. Okay. 3 successes. There is nobody obfuscated around here.
And I have 2 successes.
2 successes. So, a place Mara indicated, which is sort of, it's not opposite the church, it's another building along the same street, which collapsed, which you walked inside, and you're now looking through the destroyed part of wall and what used to be a window, and you are hidden in the darkness there. You look out once you're there, and you see a crow circling over the church and going inside.
I will probably stop there and tell her. And point to the raven, if I manage it in time.
I think Bea at the same time is sort of busy looking herself. But let's say yes, you spot it as it disappears inside the building.
Dread. We might want to move relatively quickly then, and not be in this area.
You mean go away?
Yes.
Oh. Alright. So we went all this way for nothing. We didn't even get
I'm not
close to
saying
the-
leave entirely. I'm saying move from here because we don't want to be here if someone comes out to check.
Okay.
I'm saying back
Lead
off a
the
little
way.
bit.
I could still go to take a peek. The crow can see me. I hope so. At
I'd
least.
maybe stay round the back of that building and not at the front.
Yes.
Janina and I will try to get out of visible sight.
Perfect.
I will follow Bella.
I
Try to
follow
find a
them.
different hiding place.
I follow them to a hiding place so I know where they are.
Okay,
And
so you
then,
want to go
I
to
go
the back of the church, right? Did I understood that correctly?
Oh, sorry, that was me suggesting to Mara that if she is
Yes.
going to the church
Oh,
to
okay.
go round
All
the
right,
back.
okay.
But just anywhere that's a different hiding spot to this
All right.
one.
So you can move across the street.
Yep.
And you do that. You find another similar, partly ruined building. You hear that someone is moving in the basement of this building. Can you hear? You can smell like maybe some soup cooking or something. So you think someone just occupied the basement, but you're a bit up and you are hidden.
Okay. As they are settled, I go scouting from the back.
Okay. So you're going to the back of a church.
Yes, I want to peek inside.
And at the back, there is this pile of rubble that you need to climb over.
I can do
in
that.
order to get inside. And for that, I will ask you to roll your, I think it's wits and stealth, because it is not the easiest terrain to walk on. Difficulty is 7 for that. Wits and stealth.
Okay, I can't watch everything.
Famous last words.
Yes. Okay. 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. So you climb over the pile of rubble. And you manage to, quite skillfully, it's not the easiest climb down. You have to sort of hang down from a remaining wall and be careful for none of the bricks to collapse and then jump. But you manage to do that. And you are inside part of the church. In this part of the church, you see, you can smell blood and something that you think might be decomposing body. And you see walls around you covered with bullet marks. There is a white statue of Virgin Mary on one side, also covered with bullet marks. And there is some rubble that has collapsed inside. And you see some blood splattered on the walls. It is quite dark, but you manage in a light of the moon just make out the marks left, which by something that you know by smell is blood. You see some bones among the rubble, and you see you notice it after a moment because you sort of climbed next to it and you weren't really you looked to the rest of the place. You see a cross, big wooden cross, and on it you see a body of a person that bears many marks of bites and cuts and bruises and broken bones. It is blood stained from when the nails punctuated it, its hands and his legs. It's a man, and the body started to decompose.
The body seems to be here since a few days.
Roll intelligence and medicine.
Okay.
I think for this, it's quite hard to tell if you don't have, let's say difficulty 7, to get a rough idea.
No, but
you don't have a clue, but you stand there for a moment, just transfixed.
Yes.
As you try to determine, it takes you a while. And you see also around you, as you glance around, you also see that there is what appears to be a way downstairs.
There are. I seem to be the only person living or not living there.
As far as you can tell.
Okay. Since the body on the cross is clearly behind my any possibility of help from me, I leave the place and go back to.
So you start leaving the place.
Yes.
And as you do that,
I don't like so many.
Sorry.
I don't like this role. I don't like this role.
Oh shit! Okay. As you do that,
we're dead.
You start hearing the screams of your colleagues, the ones who worked with you at the theater. It feels like you're back there, and you smell the flames. And you almost feel the heat on your skin.
It's like I'm in the theater.
It is like you're in the theater. I mean, you know you're not. You know you're not. But from all around you, you can see, like, it's like the sensations just overwhelm you. And you can feel, you smell the smoke of the fire. You hear the screams of people that you worked with and lived with, who are your family for years. And it's all over you, and you just, like, you know that you've collapsed shouting on the floor.
I know this. I think that this is real. For me, it's real.
For you, it's real. Like, you know it's not happening right now, but it is happening in your head, and it's not like you can just ignore it.
Because I think if my character, if Mara can move, I don't know.
Yeah.
If she can move, she'll try to save the people that died at night.
All right. So you start moving, trying to save people. You start running around, looking for them.
Yes. If I can move, I don't know.
Yes, you can move. You can move. So you start moving around frantically, and you're finding the walls of stone, and it doesn't quite work with the feeling of flames and smell.
Not this
but
time.
You still hear them shouting.
Not this time. Not this time. This time, I can do that. I can do that. This time, we'll go differently. I can save you. I can save you.
As you're doing that, just roll me perception and alertness with difficulty 9, because you are running frantically.
I will not spend willpower because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree. In this instance, not quite.
What? Hey. Incredible. 3 successes.
3 successes. So you can react as someone just grabs you, wraps hands around you, and is about to bite into you. Roll me.
Okay.
Your strength plus brawl. And you can add your potence.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Strength and brawl.
Yeah.
Decent. Mara growling. Not this time. 3 successes.
Difficulty 6. How many you have?
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. All right. The person who wrapped itself around you doesn't manage to bite in, but it is holding on to you.
Oh, not this. In Mara head, whatever this person is, I don't know. She for her they are her sire.
All right. So you see this person as your sire.
And then not this time. And I bite them.
All right. We'll roll your strength and roll again, and add your potence.
It's the circle of fights.
And I spend willpower.
You spend willpower. Okay.
Because you. Ooh. Oh. What? Sorry. 3 successes.
3 successes. You don't manage.
Yes. Not true. Sorry. True.
With willpower.
Yes.
Okay. So you don't manage to bite in. You try to. And you fall to the rubble with this person, and you're just wrapping around one another, trying to bite into one another, and they're going to have another bite.
Stop eating my nasi.
Roll, please. The same roll.
No. Well, 2 successes.
And as this time, you feel the fangs sinking into your neck. You feel the pleasure spreading around your body. And please roll me your self-control with difficulty 8. Resist the pleasure of the kiss.
Nope.
No.
So you lose yourself in the pleasure of the kiss.
I'm not the fighter of the group.
I'm entering panic mode.
Where is the Bruja?
Well, it was a great campaign, guys.
Where is the Bruja? When I need it. I need them.
Can I hear any of this with my auspex?
Roll perception and alertness.
Oh, good.
Difficulty, you're across the road, but you have auspex, and it's not that. Let's say 7.
Okay. Oh, damn it. 1 success.
1 success. So you are waiting with Janina. I'm sorry, Aurora.
It's all fine. It's all fine.
You are waiting with Janina. Are you sitting in silence? Are you talking at all?
I probably sit in silence, but if the silence goes on for too long, I ask her, "Are you angry at me?"
No.
So, I sort of shake myself out because I was focused on listening. What?
Are you mad at me at what happened with the feeding?
I'm not mad at you, but something needs to change because I don't know. I feel like we need to keep you more topped up. Otherwise, mistakes are going to keep happening.
That's I totally agree on, because I hate feeding. I mean, I love the feeling, but I hate everything else that happens, and it's too much stress. And I'm sorry that I'm not as disciplined and well behaved around other kindred, because it seems like you belong there with the others, like Felicia and others, and it's really hard for me to abide all those social laws, you know? I'm not doing it to spite anyone. You understand that, right?
I know.
And I'm sorry. I hope it won't make things difficult with us and the Cornelia lady.
You're my sister and I love you. And nothing will change that. And I appreciate that you think I'm decent at blending in. I'm just...
You are very natural.
Thank you. I adapt to groups. It's easier that way for me. I need people around me. Otherwise, I can't function. If I'm by myself, then I'll lose everything. And then there'll be nothing of me left.
I see. I don't think I quite understand, but in a way I do. You like to copy others in your vicinity so you feel less out of place.
Somewhat.
Is that it?
I don't know. It feels natural to me to just emulate who I'm with.
For me, it's hard. You know, I try because I know it's the good thing about Camarilla is exactly what they say. The safety is in numbers, and that is the only reason that is worth to me.
I don't know.
Because I would much rather just be with you and Mara alone somewhere without having to pretend and oblige to all the social cues and trying to not say anything to make anyone mad. Because I see that Mara is a lot of jokester. She jokes a lot, and a lot of the kindred do not understand that she is just simply trying to ease the moment and just, make things less formal.
Yes.
But that's how things are.
Yes. And it feels as though we're drifting apart. And
Yes.
That hurts.
It hurts me too, but no matter what will happen in the future, you'll always be my sister. And I always love you and care for you, no matter what. Even if you join Sabbat and I smile and laugh,
well,
I would still love
you. I lean forward and press a kiss to your forehead.
Aww.
And as you do that, you've been paying attention, sort of, and you hear Mara's voice shouting, no, not again. And then you hear just a static sound and some rabble moving.
I grab Janina by the arm. Why is Mara shouting? We need to get there.
What? I don't hear anything, but I trust you. Let's go, and I'm gonna just sprint my way to save Mara.
Oh, God.
So, what are you two doing? Are you just sprinting in there?
I'm definitely... I'm just running. If Bea doesn't stop me, I will just sprint the fastest as I can. I will just run. I have one sled, I don't know if it counts, but
it does. Bea, do you stop her, or do you let her just run in?
I think in the moment I slightly panic, and so I let her go. But then I will try to double back around the back of the building.
Okay.
And I'm trying to be slightly quieter so that I can maybe get the jump. I had a bayonet, was that correct?
Or... Yes, you have it.
I'm pulling that out from under my coat.
So you're pulling it from under your coat.
Yes.
And you start circling around.
I would also like to boost my strength. If that was
absolutely, feel free to do that.
Hey, that were a good idea.
My one dot of strength.
I'm sorry, Aurora.
Totally forget to do that.
I forgot about it for the other person as well.
Okay.
But thank you for reminding me. Okay, so Bea, you start circling around the church as Janina. As I understand it, right?
Yes, I will.
Roll me your dexterity, athletics, and celerity with difficulty 6, just to see how quickly you get there.
4 successes.
4 successes. Okay. So you run across the street. There is some door, but I assume you just push it open.
Yeah, I would push it open.
You just break through it.
Yes.
And you see the same scene. You are in the church. You ran first through a dark entrance bit, and then you go to the more open where the roof has collapsed, and you see the same cross. And you don't see Mara at the first glance. Roll me your perception and alertness.
Okay.
Difficulty 7.
No success.
Okay, so you see the trapdoor that not like a trapdoor, but like a door that are open. Now going downstairs, and it just seems to be dark down the stairs. And you don't see Mara.
I will call out for her.
You start calling out. And roll me your wits and alertness with difficulty 6.
4 successes.
4 successes. So you realize, as you are calling Mara and running around trying to find her, what is going through your head at this moment as you do that?
I'm just scared that someone attacked her, because from what I didn't hear anything, but from what Bea said, it sounded that Mara is in danger, and I'm in panic mode, so I'm scared, and I'm just trying to see her.
So you don't see her, but you notice that from the shadows, by the wall, well, you didn't think anyone was there, but you see that the figure of an average height woman with a lot of curly hair, she looks like a dark figure right now, emerges with an axe and sways it towards you. But you can react because you rolled better than she did, so you can act first.
I will try to, as she's swinging the axe at me, I will try to grab the axe and take it from her.
Okay. Roll me your well, actually, she is attacking. Okay, yeah, you can do that. Okay. Roll your dex and I think brawl for this to take it away.
Can I
to grab
use
it?
potions?
Not for this, but later for pulling it from her, it will be important.
All right.
But I want to see. You will be hit.
I don't succeed.
Do you have nothing?
I had 10 and 1, so nothing.
Difficulty is 6. Did
Yeah.
you add your celerity?
Oh, I didn't.
You can roll one more die.
Okay. I have 7.
7. So that's one success. But let's see how she does.
I hope badly.
I'm dead.
So, okay. So she does. You don't manage to. You don't manage to grab it. She hits you.
Right.
Roll me your stamina, and I'll just.
Does tough as nails count?
Yes, you can count tens as twice.
Okay.
For this.
Okay, I have 2 successes because I have 8, 10, and 1, so 2 successes.
Ones don't count here, so you have 3 successes.
Okay. Right.
And that is good. So take 1 damage. Yeah, no, sorry, 2 damage.
Okay.
As she slashes you with an axe. Bear, as you are moving around, you hear movement inside.
Can you boost multiple stats at the same time?
You can, each turn you can spend a blood point for a physical stat.
Okay. Actually, I'll maybe leave it for the moment, but can I get in through the back of the church?
Yes, you can climb over. You can boost it now if you want. It will last, for the scene that is happening.
How much blood do I have? Yeah, I can afford to do that. Okay.
How much blood do you have now?
Currently 1, 2, 3. After I've spent it, I'm at 7.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So I will boost my dexterity as well, and then I will try to get through the window quickly and quietly. Sorry, through the rubble. Over the top
Through
of
the rubble. So you're climbing the rubble. Okay, roll your dex and athletics to see how quick. Oh, or stealth. Do you want to be faster or stealthier?
I think ultimately I want to be quieter because I would like to.
Okay, then stealth. Yeah.
Okay. What was my difficulty here?
6.
Okay. 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. Okay. Janina. Now, let's treat it as a new turn. You are first. And the thing that you can do is spend a blood point to get an extra move. For your celerity.
I think I will do that when I
or
find
you can add it to your roll. It's like either or.
I will spend a blood point and get.
Okay. So it's your move. What do you do?
All right.
You see this woman in front of you. She's looking maybe in her late 20s something. You see the dark hair curly around her head.
I don't know her. I never saw her in.
I don't think you ever seen her.
Think I'm gonna try and again take the axe away from her.
Right, so you're trying to take an axe away from her. Yeah. Roll your dex and roll to grab her axe.
Can I add the celerity again?
No,
The
because
dice?
you spent it to...
Alright.
yeah.
And what is the difficulty?
6.
I have 1.
That's 1 success. Managed to grab it. So you grabbed it and you start pulling at it, and she is going to try to push it towards you. Do you wish to avoid? You can avoid because you have an extra
Yes, I will avoid it.
action. So roll your dex and athletics. Or strength. Actually, roll your strength plus brawl and add your bottoms. It's gonna be mostly about that, to be honest. Whether you can hold it or
Alright.
whether no.
What is the difficulty?
6. It's always 6 when you fight in those things, unless there is. So 4 successes. Okay. Did you take your wound penalties? Oh, never mind. Let's do it next turn.
I didn't.
It's fine. It's fine. It's complicated. Let's do it next turn. You are at -1, I think now. So you have 4, and she has. Okay. She has 4 as well. So you are kind of pushing this axe between you two. You're trying to pull it. She's trying to, as you pull it, hit you with it. You're locked in this kind of fight. Meanwhile, there, you get to the top of the wall, and you're about to start climbing, and you see that happening.
That curly-haired woman seems awfully familiar from a photo I got handed not all that long ago.
She does. And the sense you get from her is not unpleasant from your memory.
Well, it's sure getting more unpleasant now.
It is, because you see her attacking Janina. Yeah.
Cool. Am I standing behind her?
No, you're now up. You're sort of climbing down. You would have to, if you want to get to her, you have to still climb down and get there.
That's fair. I was meaning, sorry, does she have her back to me?
I think she doesn't. I think you're kind of I imagine that they're sort of with their sides facing you.
So sides. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Is there a way I could land in a shadowy spot?
Yeah, you can. You're being pretty stealthy. You can.
I'll drop down and try and then move into a position where I am behind her because I want to try and ram the bayonet up through the back of her.
So you're doing that. And as you do that, please roll me your perception and awareness.
Wonderful.
With difficulty 7.
We're gonna die, aren't we?
No, we're not gonna die.
We are just going
to
suffer.
Fine.
4 successes.
4 successes. Okay. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
So you don't...
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Okay.
So everything is fine. What's your humanity?
My humanity
Yeah.
is currently 5.
Sorry, what's your perception and self-control?
That's 8.
That's 8. Okay, that's, yeah. And, okay. Yeah. It's 8. Okay, so for a moment, you're about to move to stab the person who looks familiar in the back, and you start hearing bombs and explosions around you and shouting.
Oh my.
Wonderful. Okay.
So now
And I would say that overwhelms you for this turn. Janina, what are you doing? And do you wish to spend blood on celerity again?
I can do that because I have a lot of blood from that venture.
You are our only hope, Janina.
So what are you doing? What do you wish to do? You're both holding the axe at the moment.
Hold the axe and to push it towards her face. Like to with the axe as I'm holding it. Like to knock her off a bit, her jaw and anything that I can.
Yeah. Roll your strength, roll and potence. Remember that you have a penalty for your wound.
So strength and potence?
And roll. And -1 die because of
wounds. So 1, 2. Alright. I have 3 successes.
3 successes. How many? Oh God. No, you can't. You can't move it.
Damn it, I hate this woman.
You notice now that she is very strong. Like, you are pretty strong, you know this. And she's strong in the same supernatural way.
Can I frenzy because I want to?
I don't really know. I would advise against it. Do you feel like you're getting angry now, though? Do you think that Janina is getting angry?
Oh, I think unless she sees Mara or Bea hurt and being like attacked, she's gonna hold it. But if she sees them hurt, she will get angry and will frenzy.
Okay, so let's say that like you can't manage. You're moving this axe between you. And you hear Bea scream at this point, because it's around that time that is happening.
Wonderful.
Oh my.
And at this point, she's gonna push the thing towards you, so please roll me your strength. I'm assuming you're using your action from celerity for that.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So just strength or...
No, strength and roll. And potence. You always can add potence when you roll strength.
Right. I have 5 successes.
You have 5 successes?
I swear to God, if she's gonna have more, I'm gonna rebel.
So she also doesn't manage. But
it has to be a fun sight. Like if someone
you're still there. You're still there.
Faster than you can imagine. Faster than you can. You're moving pretty fast, but she's moving even faster now. And she's gonna do it again. And this time you don't have an extra turn.
Okay. We have a problem, maybe.
Okay, roll me your stamina, please.
We have a big problem.
The toughest nails counts?
Yes, it counts as a specialty, so 10 count as 2 successes.
Okay.
And 1 don't count.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, that's good. That's nice. And you had 3 successes.
Yes.
So take 2 more damage.
I hate this bitch.
So you are starting to get angry. And you feel like you want to just destroy her, don't you?
I do, because now I'm hurt and I'm angry, and I also saw that Bea is in distress. I know that Mara is in distress, and I'm stressing too. It's not gonna be.
So please, roll your self-control.
Right.
With difficulty 8. You don't have penalty to this. Difficulty is 8.
I have 1 success.
You stay in control. Yes,
Damn
you stay in control.
Now I don't need it.
Right. But you are very close to frenzy. You feel the same overwhelming feeling, and you want to let go.
Yeah, I want to bash her head.
You are like she took the axe away now. Bea, you've been overwhelmed, but the feeling passes.
Okay.
You are lying on the ground.
Okay. Snarl bearing my fang, and then I want to try the same thing again.
So you're trying the same thing again, and you didn't have yeah. Okay. So
I'm pissed off.
So you're trying the same thing again. I'm just gonna make one roll. So you're moving towards this woman with your bayonet, ready to do some stabbing. But
Go.
let's see. At that time, you feel you didn't see anyone near you, although you looked around. I'm very sorry that I'm rolling so well in this.
Are you?
No,
are you though?
Not
No,
really.
you're
I feel a bit bad. You feel the knife plunge into your side. And you didn't see the person before. But now you do. And you see sort of slight looking, thin, blonde woman wearing just a summer dress in polka dots, white polka dots on sort of navy blue dress with bright red makeup, smiling at you as she stabbed you. Roll me your stamina, please. Sorry. No, I'm not that sorry.
You have a very high stamina. No, okay.
But Marilla will all us ever.
Then take 1 damage. It's not very. She doesn't stab you very hard.
I again snarl at her, just fangs completely bared, going a little bit feral. Do I still have my action yet?
Yes, you still do.
Oh, then I guess I'm aiming the bayonet at her then.
Okay. Roll your dex and melee.
I'm gonna spend a willpower on this.
Okay.
I really just want to fucking stab someone.
That bitch deserves it.
Yeah.
That's 4 successes.
That's 4 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, so take your 3 dice for hit. Add your strength. And 1 for a knife.
Okay.
And roll it.
4.
4. Okay, so you stab her much harder than she stabbed you. And she takes a step back and stops smiling for a moment. And then smiles again.
Sing at this point.
Yes. Janina. What are you doing?
You can do that.
What's happening? You see Bea with the corner of your eye having just stabbed this other person who appeared out of nowhere.
I will probably try to push this woman away from me so I could go help them.
She has taken a few steps away from you.
Okay, then I'm gonna go and help Bea, if I can.
So you go and you know what? For the sake of having now 4-way fight, let's all roll initiative for this.
Yeah.
How do you?
You roll wit and alertness, and tell me how many successes with difficulty 6 that you have.
What is the difficulty?
6. And you have, I think, the specialty that makes 10 counts as 2, Janina.
Yeah, I don't have any 10. Does my penalties -2 count?
No, not for, or actually not for this, let's say, okay. 1.
Okay, so 2 successes.
2. Okay. 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 So another thing, Janina, do you wish to have second action this turn?
I will have to spend a blood point?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. Let's bring me closer, Lindsay.
So that action will be at the very end of the turn. And the first is actually who Bea presumes to be Estera, who will swing her axe at you again. Do you wish to avoid, or do you wish to just run towards?
I will, if I notice that she's swinging the axe, I will try to crouch.
Okay, so roll your dex and athletics.
Do I have a penalty on this?
Yes, you do.
So it's -1 or -2.
How many wounds do you have right now? It should tell you when you mark them.
I have 2.
You took 2 more wounds.
Three.
So okay. So it's -1 still.
Okay. All right. It's just a bit confusing.
I know. It's a lot of. I'm sorry about this. 2 successes. Okay. So no, she catches you for. Oh god. Roll your stamina.
Okay. And I'm counting.
No penalties here. Yeah, no penalties here. And yeah, you are tough as nails.
So 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, so it scratches you, but doesn't really do you any hurt. Like you feel that you started bleeding a bit more, but you keep rushing towards Bea. And it's your turn now. But you burnt your celerity action, let's say, for this. So you can now act.
I will try to jump on the woman that I saw attack the bear.
Okay. And what is your intention? Do you just want to pin her to the ground? Do you want to punch her?
Yes, I want to pin her to the ground, and I'm pretty angry, so if I frenzy, I might, bite her.
Okay. Okay, as you're running towards her, roll your self-control.
Alright. 1 success.
1 success, so you're not frenzying. You're still in control. You're almost there, but you don't quite let go. And roll your strength and brawl. And you can add your potence. Yes, penalty counts, but you can add your potence.
I have 3 successes.
3 successes. And I'm gonna roll for her. Yes, you managed to, not quite, you don't quite have her pinned, but you managed to, she collapsed to the ground, and you are now kind of on top of her, and you can start holding her next turn. Bea, what do? You're moving the same time as the woman now on the ground.
Right, okay. I'm not convinced I could deal with her while Janina's on top of her, because I think that could go horribly wrong.
Yeah.
But I will spin around. Is Estera looking at me?
Yeah, you're kind of close. She's looking in your general direction. She's definitely aware of you think.
Okay. Then I'm going to speak.
Okay.
Estera, Mother's been looking for you.
I know I've been looking for her.
I get the feeling it's not for a friendly chat, though.
You're wrong.
Really?
Why don't you tell your friend to stand down and we can have a friendly conversation?
Janina, let's be civil about this.
Can I react this?
You can react. Do you wish to be civil about this or do you wish to continue with violence? Is the question.
I think I'm still angry and I'm gonna say, this bitch tried to hurt you. And I'm
To be fair, I
verge.
stabbed her back. An eye for an eye and all that, but we're even now.
I'm gonna bare my fangs and I will try to lose myself if I can. And
okay, so you clearly aren't. You want to lose yourself if you can. Okay. It's not your turn yet. So as this is happening and you are talking to Estera, Janina is sort of that bitch and do you turn to who do you wish to attack? Estera or
I want to attack the bitch that I pinned down.
Okay, so you turn towards the bitch that pinned down, and the bitch that you pinned down, because it's also her go at this point, will attempt to stab you just from the ground. And you don't really. I'm gonna give her higher difficulty, but you don't have another action. So
let's see how this goes.
Yeah, let's see how she does. She has some penalties as well. Okay, she roll your stamina.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Take 1 damage. 1 more.
Manageable.
So Bea, as you are talking to Estera, you see that Janina turned to Irmina, who stabbed her at the same time. Estera looks to you. I'm afraid you're gonna have to stay with us one way or another before. But I mean you no harm, Beatrice.
That's nice.
But she is very carefully watching you, and she is holding her axe as she says that.
I am also carefully watching her holding a bayonet. Is there a way that I could maybe glance around to see if I can spot Mara anywhere?
You're glancing around. Roll perception and alertness. With
my favorite.
8. It is. I'm giving you high difficulties because it is quite dark.
That's fair.
It's not a very well lit place.
No, I don't think I'm very alive now.
Oh my goodness! Finally, 2 successes.
So you notice, actually, you didn't at first see it, but as you look around, you focus on the stairs going down, and you see Mara's shoe, and you think she must be lying just down with her head down the stairs, and you see that somewhere in the darkness a shape of, I imagine, some quite nice shoe that she's wearing. She is lying there.
Okay. But she's not been reacting to anything that's been happening.
No.
Right. Okay. I know where she is.
Yeah,
lovely.
Something like this. Why not?
Lovely. Yeah. Yeah.
But not very practical.
Mara is not practical.
Janina, if you stop, you can... Sorry, I will say, Janina, if you stop, you can go and help Mara.
And if she says this, I'm gonna lock eyes with Bea. And if she's eyes
looking towards the stairs.
I will definitely look the way. And if I can, I will disengage the woman and try to go to the...
Well, the woman is still gonna try to stab you.
That's fine.
But you can try to just evade it and get away.
Yes,
So, and athletics.
Okay. Now I have 2 penalties.
Yes.
So I have only 2 dice. I have no success.
You have no success. Let's see what she has 2 successes. Okay. Looking away, and she's just smiling. She is ignoring. Like, she seems completely uninterested in all this exchange that is going on. As you were talking towards Mara, she rolls her eyes a bit and just stabs you as you attempt to disengage from her. And roll your stamina, please.
1 success.
1 success. That's fine. It just scratched you, and you can continue towards Mara.
Alright, I'm going towards Mara.
You're going towards Mara, and you almost approach the stairs, and Estera just, like, moves her hand with an axe, sort of towards you, not quite intercepting, but gesturing forward. I'm afraid I can't just let you go away. Irmina, calm yourself for a bit, she says, blonde woman. And she just looks to you like, can't we just, like, beat them up? You're always so boring. He wants to talk and talk and talk. And Esther is like, we will talk for a moment. And the other woman stands up and she's like, oh, fine. And she stands up, takes her knife, kind of tries to strengthen and de-dust, like remove dust from her dress, takes some of her blood, putting it on her lips and on her eyelids from the wound that Bea gave her.
What a weirdo.
But she stopped you, Janina.
If I can, I would try to, like, crouch and go under the axe.
Do you try to go, although she is telling you not to?
Yes, I would, because I'm not gonna stop until I see that.
Well, she starts moving towards you, and she moves to intercept. It doesn't quite intercept, and says, your friend is fine. She is just indisposed at the moment.
Let her roll how much convincing she is.
Well, roll perception and empathy. Actually, why not? This could be interesting.
Do I have a penalty for this?
Yes, you do have penalty on this. You feel you're in quite a lot of pain. So as you are focusing on her and what she's saying, you have 2 successes. Okay. Actually, I mean, she's telling the truth, in a way. Like, there is obviously like a menacing edge to it, but you don't get a impression that she is trying to deceive you. And you see that she is very serious.
Okay, I will stop, but I'm gonna lock my eye. I'm not gonna look at her, I'm gonna look at the silhouette of Mara. But I'm gonna stop.
So she nods her head and looks to you, Bea. So what will it be, Beatrice?
What do you mean?
Will you surrender? And stay?
Will you let my sisters go?
I'm afraid I can't do that. My brothers and sisters might not take very kindly to that.
I am willing to stay, but only if they are allowed to leave. I'm willing to be reasonable about this.
Roll your charisma and persuasion just to see how much of an impression you're making. Difficulty will be 8.
Yeah, I take a friendly face doesn't help me here.
No. She knows you.
That's fair.
She knows you're not friendly.
I am very friendly, I'll have you know.
I know.
I'm not a good person.
You have less humanity than I'm sure of it. Your humanity
I'm going to spend a willpower on this.
Okay.
Yes. Ooh. Does smooth talker come into this?
I don't think you're quite smooth talking her. Okay. It's more very to the point, negotiating.
Okay. 5 successes.
5 successes. Okay. So she looks to you. Glances to Irmina. Gestures with an axe to you, Janina. Go towards her.
Towards Mara?
Yes. She gestures towards the stairs.
Towards Mara.
So you go towards Mara, and you know see that she seems kind of dried up. Her horns look almost covered in dust. Her whole face is kind of dry. She looks like a bit dried out corpse.
I'm gonna look towards Esther and what the hell did you do to her?
Nothing.
I think I'm on a version frenzy right now.
Well, roll your self-control, and I think difficulty might be 9 for this.
Could I try to lower her anger?
Roll perception and roll wit and empathy, actually, to see if you realize in time what is about to happen.
No, that's fair.
It's difficulty 7, and you roll... Yeah.
I have 2 successes, unfortunately.
3. Janina is on the verge of frenzy. You see that. What the hell, Janina, do you want to give in to the beast and let go?
I want to, because I see that the person that I love is nearly dead.
There, what you see is that Janina is on the verge of frenzy, and she is controlling it. But she doesn't quite want to anymore, and she begins to just give in.
I would like to say, Janina, you need to calm down and be rational. And I'd like to use dementation.
Roll charisma and empathy. Difficulty is humanity of Janina, so that's 8.
Yep. 3 successes.
3 successes. So Janina, you are about to let go. And you feel your anger dissipate. And you feel almost listless, almost indifferent in this moment. And at this point, you hear footsteps from outside. And you hear a voice that says, "Come on, move it, kid." And there you recognize that voice, and it sparks anger in you.
I would like to control myself.
Then roll for self-control.
Wonderful.
How hard do you think it would be for Bea?
Just hearing him while we're in a tense situation, somewhat difficult, but he's not actively in front of me threatening me.
Okay. 7? 7?
Yeah, 7.
Slightly more than standard. Yeah,
okay. 1 success.
1 success. So you control yourself. But you also feel on the verge of frenzy now.
Frenzy for everyone. Woo!
You get frenzy. You get frenzy.
You get frenzy. Everyone gets frenzy.
Well, apparently not. And at this point, Janina looks to Estera, looks to all of you, and like, oh, this is bullshit. And Bea, she moves toward you to stab you.
Can I use the same thing on her?
Yes, absolutely.
In fact, actually, I want to use something a little bit different, and I want to make her afraid.
What do you want to use?
I've got Dementation 2.
Oh yeah, that's basically what. Yes, use it. That's what was used on you before.
Yeah.
So roll manipulation and subtlety. You spend a blood point for that.
Right.
And the difficulty will be 7.
Okay. I think I might also. No, I'll just go with it.
Okay.
Go for it. Ooh. 5.
Okay, so you hit her with it, and she starts screaming at this point. She was about to stab you. And she starts screaming and doesn't manage to stab you.
Control her, please.
And at this point, footsteps come in. And you see Arek. And you see a man whom, Janina, you recognize because you fought him before. When you met Marta.
No.
Come, carrying a woman over his shoulder.
Wonderful.
And Arek is like, what? When he comes in, what the fuck is going on? And he looks at you, Bea.
I grin at him, baring my fangs.
He grins at you, straight up happy grin. I see we caught something. Isn't that funny? You turned up all on your own. Remember me, or have you forgotten? Because I can remind you anytime.
I will always remember you, Arek. Even if I don't remember what it was that pissed me off, I will always remember how much I despise you, and how much I want to sink my teeth into your throat and rip it out.
Well, go on then.
However, we're in the middle of a civil conversation. So,
I think... He looks like, what are you up to, Estera? Nobody will like that. Can we just deal with them? Come on, Jacek. Deal with them. Drop that bitch and deal with them. And the other man drops the woman to the ground and pulls out a knife and moves to attack you, Janina.
Alright, so I'm not angry anymore, but I probably listen to all this conversation, and when I see that the man is attacking me, especially if I recognize him, I'm gonna attack him. Even if I'm not angry, I'm just gonna attack him.
I mean, at the very least, it's self-defense. Yeah, fair.
Right. Yeah. So do you wish to avoid him, or are you
I
just
want
gonna attack?
to try to take his hand, and he has a knife.
Yeah.
And put the knife away from me.
Okay. He is. Oh, actually, you're moving at the same time. So roll your dex and brawl, and I'm gonna remember about your penalties, and I'm gonna find his stuff because I have them somewhere else.
Well, I have no success, so.
You have no success.
Oh.
Okay. And he hits you. Roll your stamina, please.
Oh my. No successes.
You have no successes.
I have 2 ones. I have 2 successes and 2 ones, so.
Oh no, ones don't count here.
Okay.
So we have 2 successes. Okay. So take 2 more damage.
Wow.
What are
I'm
you
not
on
in a
at the
good
moment?
shape. I'm crippled.
Is that -5?
Yeah.
And at this point, Bea, Estera jumps towards you. As if to grab you.
Does it look as though she's trying to attack me?
Not quite. It's more like she wants to... It looks like she has her axe, but it more looks like she wants to, like, wrap her axe around you.
So I'm trying to interpret this. So it's almost like she's going for a bite, or she's...
Okay, to interpret it very quickly.
Yeah.
Roll wit and empathy. Difficulty will be 8, because...
Yeah,
it is
a
happening
split
very
second
quickly.
decision.
Is this how we end?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry.
1 success.
1 success. So as she does it, you realize that she kind of almost winks at you or give you like this smile, as if she wanted to tell you not like...
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of.
I'm going to hold position then.
So you hold position. And she jumps on you and pins you to the ground, wrapping her arms around you, and leans towards you and just says, "Trust me, Bea, I'll do my best to get you all out of this." And you see her fangs extend. And she's moving to sink them into your neck. Do you resist?
I mean, a little bit. I think there's a knee-jerk reaction to that.
Okay, so roll your strength and roll.
My what now? 0 successes. So
Okay.
I rolled a 1 and a 10.
So he still bites into you.
Yeah, fair enough.
And you feel the pleasure of the kiss. Do you wish to resist, or do you lose yourself in it?
I mean, I'm kind of wanting to be able to resist a little bit. I don't really want to go instantly down. That's not...
Okay, well, your self-control difficulty is 8.
Yeah. Single success.
Single success. So you stay.
Struggling pathetically.
Struggling. And she's holding you and drinking you and draining your blood. How much do you have, anyway?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6, okay. So do you wish to do anything in the next turn?
I wish to tell her that Mother misses her.
So you say that. And you hear her flinch a bit. And then blood drains out of you. And you lose consciousness. Janina, as you are...
Fly, you fools!
You collapse to the ground. And the man who entered, with whom Bea had a brief exchange, comes up to you and puts his foot down on you.
Go fuck yourself.
And you see him pull out a wooden stake over your chest.
I would try to resist the
So you try to resist. You can spend a willpower if you want to ignore wound penalties.
Yes.
Okay, spend 1 willpower. For a turn, you can ignore wound penalties. And roll your dexterity and roll.
Right. 3 successes.
3 successes. So you manage to you don't manage to grab it, but you manage to evade him. And as you do, he smiles at you. A very nice, warm smile. And you see the claws extend from one of his hands. And the other. Come on. Let's give it a go.
Alright.
I like the ones who are feisty.
I'm gonna frenzy. If I can.
You know what?
I'm not
At
gonna
this
go.
point, I'm gonna let you.
You've tried so hard.
Yeah.
I tried
And
so hard
Nice
to.
Sabbath way.
You lose control. And we will end here.
Okay,
and have
that's
a break.
good because I'm gonna pee myself.
Okay, so we will resume after a break.
Go, Janina.
I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly. I'm not going to act it because I am prepared for this eventuality, but
We are not lucky today.
yes, we will see how that continues after the break. So, please stay with us. We will be back in about 15 minutes. Thank you for watching our game, even though Coterie is in a lot of trouble right now.
Root for
Janina
us.
will save us all.
See you
I
after
know
the break.
that.
Either save or we all die.
welcome back. Sorry for a bit of delay, but we're back now and ready to jump right back into what happens when Sabbat captures the coterie. And yeah, let's get on with that.
Wonderful.
Yes. I'm just gonna give a warning that it might get a bit dark, so be aware of that. If you need to step away, step away. But I will also try to keep it, tasteful and within the limits of what's acceptable.
That's not the Sabbat.
I don't have any
Well,
limits.
the presentation. Okay. So, let's start with Mara. You wake up feeling pain and hunger. And there is a taste in your mouth, more delicious than anything you've tasted ever in your life, overwhelming your senses. You can't, you try to move, you can't. Your head are spread out, your legs are pinned down in place. I presume you open your eyes.
Yes.
So you open your eyes, and in front of you, slightly down, but not much, you see a face of a person you saw a while ago, Florian, who introduced himself as priest from the Sabbat. He is wearing the same robe, with a rope wrapped around his waist, dark, with a crucifix. And he takes away his wrist from your mouth. You are feeling hungry, and you are feeling pain. You are, as you look around, you are attached to a cross. There are nails driven through all the length of your arms and through your legs. There is one longer piece of metal piercing your torso, attaching you to the wood behind you like that as well. And one of your cheeks is also attached with a nail. You open your eyes. The priest, Florian, takes a bit of blood from his wrist, makes a sign of a cross on your forehead, and moves along. And you see him move along towards Bea. And Bea, the same thing happened. You get woken up by the delicious taste of Vita. It starts coursing through your veins, and you feel hunger, and you feel the same pain. And you are pinned to a cross in the same way. Florian, the man you haven't seen, he doesn't seem familiar. Well, you've seen him in a vision. You get this sense of fear and anger when you look at him. Again dips his finger in his wound and makes a sign of cross on your forehead. And moves across the space of a church. You see now that you're in the same outside space of a church, with the cross, with the dead body still in its place, much bigger. And you are to the right side of that cross. You see Mara on the cross next to you. And you see him move to the other side, where there are also two crosses. And you both see Janina on one of them. And on the other, a young woman. She looks very thin. Her body is heavily mutilated. From the distance across, you just see that one of her legs appears to be missing, is just torn off at the knee. And she only has like some remains of what used to be maybe a dress on her, now pretty torn and covering most of the body, and is covered in blood. And Florian comes to her and does exactly the same thing. Waking her up and makes sign of a cross, and then moves on to you, Janina. And you feel the taste of blood in your mouth, and it is delicious. And you come to, and you feel the same pain, with nails being driven through your body, attaching you to the cross. And on the opposite side, you see Mara, and then to the side, Bea. Florian, with completely emotionless face, makes a bloody sign of cross on your forehead.
I will growl on him.
You growl on him. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't respond in any way. He just steps away.
If I can, I would spit on him.
You try, but you try to spit out a little bit of his blood back onto him. But he moves away without a glance to you. And Bea and Mara, you are on 1 blood point at the moment. And you see, as he steps back, there's a lot of people here. There is a bonfire in the middle. Hi, sorry about that. We had a bit of technical issues, but hopefully it will be okay now. And let's continue. So the bonfire is in the middle, closer to the big cross, where there's still a dead body. Now a bit more rotten. And Florian moves to stand in front of bigger group of people. In the crowd, you see Estela leaning on an axe, looking towards you, Bea. And she's standing to the side of a crowd, almost not quite as if she wanted to separate herself from it, but just to the side with reserve to everything that is happening. In the group gathered there, you see also the men who attacked you a while ago, together with Marta. You see Arek, who's just grinning, and you see him around the time when you start looking, just pat that other man on the head, and that man just sort of shakes and doesn't quite collapse, but is a bit hurt by this, the man who attacked you before. You see the Nosferatu with a swollen lip, dislocated jaw, slightly hunched figure of him and his dog by his side, and he's just patting his dog and stroking its back. You see Irmina wearing a different dress, this time white, in some red flowery patterns, very delicate, very elegant summer dress that she's wearing. You also see another Nosferatu in there. And opposite them, standing on 2 sides of Florian, you, Janina, have a better look on a woman, looking maybe in her early 30s, dressed pretty elegantly in an elegant black dress with a very well-tailored black coat on. And she has quite short, cut, very, very blonde, like almost white hair. And she's just standing there. looking around, but without being in what's going on. And on the other side of Florian, you, Mara, and Bea have a better look at the man who doesn't have any hair on his head, and his head has a bit unnatural, very elegant, very classical, but almost too perfect shape. And he is wearing what looks to be leather trousers and red jackets made out of similar material. This weird cut with many stitches. And he gives you a glance. He looks around and you see his very intensely blue eyes, and that he also doesn't have eyebrows, any hair on his face. And they stand there. Mara, how are you feeling? There is still an echo of flames and smoke and shouts of your former family ringing in your head. It's a bit subsided now, but it's still there. In your focus, you can hear it. And you see all that scene in front of you. What goes through your head?
I think that with I have one blood point.
Yes.
You said. I think with one blood point, probably I'm not very coherent in this moment.
Yeah.
So I'm probably in the blood is because I think Mara had never been so angry in her life. So is among her constant thinking of blood. Probably she's still in the vision. She thinks she's there.
Well, no, you're not. You see this whole scene.
She keeps. She's thinking about the past.
Okay.
She's seeing part of her mind see what's happening, but part of her is seeing a different scene from the past. She's back to the night of her embrace, basically. Also because she's quite in a very similar condition, almost dead, and she can't move. I mean, I think she can't move. If I can try to move, I try, but I don't think she can.
You can try, but you can't really move much. It hurts when you try it. I mean, you could try to pull your arm and the nails in it out, but it would hurt a lot.
I stay where I am. I'm probably feeling, I don't know, despite probably still the blood bond and not get old yet, I think. So probably she feels a deep hatred for the Sabbat priest because
yes,
it's
you
like
get
she's
one step blood bond to the Sabbat priest, Florian.
I've already noted that.
She's like she reliving her embrace, basically. Yes. So he's her sire in this moment.
So do you kind of escape into your memories also from the reality of what's happening? It's another nightmare, but
it's not much that she escaping in it, but she's like stuck in it a bit. Because it's like is repeating her embrace over again, and is ending the same way because they are killing her friends again.
Yes.
It's kind of that.
So you are reliving this nightmare, and it's mixed with another. How about you, Belle? What is going through your head? You're also very hungry.
There's less... I think there's a bit of confusion as to how I got here, but mostly just pain and fear and hunger, and then the constant thought of mother, mother, mother. And I'm just focusing on that and just, clinging to that one thought, because that's the only coherent thought I have other than just overwhelming feelings. I think I'm losing. I feel almost like I'm losing myself, my memories, just out of desperate focusing on just one thing to keep me away from the pain and the fear and the hunger.
And you, Janina?
Do I still have my 6 blood points?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I'm probably very awake, and I will try to push my hand away. Even if it hurts, I'm gonna try to, at least one of my hands, to pull it through the nail.
I'm sorry, I forgot about your flaw. You would have 4 blood points at this point.
Okay. Right.
You lose more blood.
Alright, never mind. I still want to do that. If I can.
You try to free yourself.
I will try to at least try to. I'm not trying to aggressively, but I try to show that I'm not afraid.
Okay. Roll your strength and potence and athletics. Actually, roll me your willpower to see if you can go through the pain and actually do this.
Do I have any penalty on this?
No, not on this. Difficulty will be 8.
I have 1 success.
1 success, so you can actually start.
All right.
I have a question, actually. Is this a new night, and have we regained any willpower?
You were in torpor. Let's say that I'm gonna give you 1 for that period.
Okay.
And you can have 1 as well, Mara.
Ooh. All right.
Well, we've got one thing.
So I have
something we can work
minus 5 penalty. So I have minus 5 penalty on the...
You still have it, yes.
Yeah, alright, so just 2 dice, but I'm gonna try.
Oh, yeah.
No successes, damn it.
So you try to, pull yourself out, but you can't quite. The pain just gets too much. You're able to push through it a bit, but then you're just too weakened.
I will probably bare my fangs, and I'm trying to not show any weakness, because I don't want to see, because I see all of them, and I don't want to see them that I'm afraid, or because I'm not afraid. I'm afraid for my sisters, but not for myself.
Yeah. And as you look around, you also have a better look on the other woman who's here. And you see that her hair is soaked in blood. And she has a lot of bite marks on her body. And some of the fingers are missing on one of her hands, as well as her leg at the knee. And she's just horribly mutilated.
But I never saw her in my life. This is the first time.
No, you never saw her. Okay. It's the first time you see her.
I'm just trying to see someone familiar, and whenever I see someone like Arek or the Nosferatu that we saw...
You see them, they're all right there. You see them.
And I'm just angry, and I'm probably hissing at them.
So
and all of the ones that I know.
Illumina gives you a smile and waves at you and sends you a kiss.
And I will try to spit again in her direction.
You spit, and she's way too far for you to reach her.
I know.
But you spit in her general direction. Florian steps out a bit, raises his hands, and says, speaking, "My children, we are gathered here tonight to witness again the price paid for a misguided belief that one's elders might protect them. Camarilla lacks courage to face us, so they sent their own progeny, unworthy even of feasting upon. Their elders fear us, much to fear from the righteous. But in their perfidiousness, they cannot grasp that their progeny might not be beyond mercy and beyond salvation. For love is the source of our strength, and this love is not blind to misfortune of the young. And he starts walking again in your general direction, more towards you, Bea, and Mara. He stands kind of a bit at the distance, but face towards you, turns to Janina a bit, looking you straight in the eyes.
I would roll eyes on him.
We were disappointed to have missed you at your haven. But now you had the opportunity to see the strength of the righteous. And then he walks to the other woman. And you have a right idea, but like many of your kind, lack courage to take your ideas to their logical conclusion. But I believe in redemption. Crucifixion is a punishment for the wicked, but also a holy one. And you are here with us, like thieves with Christ on Golgotha, and he gestures to the dead body on the bigger cross as he says that. And just like them, you have a chance to atone for your sins and do penance. Is any of you ready to renounce all that you knew and all that you were, and join the sacred cause of the Sabbat?
No.
You say no.
Yeah.
And at this point, almost after you say it, the woman who's crucified next to you raises her head. She just, you can see that she's in a lot of pain, but she just says, I renounce your faith, you stupid fucktard. Get on with this. And he comes up to her and pats her on the cheek. And she tries to bite at him, but doesn't manage. And he comes up to you and also raises hands to your cheek, Janina.
I would spit on him.
And you spit on him, bit of blood. He wipes it from his face and licks it.
A disgusting pig.
I'm sorry. You are unable to see the righteous way. And he gives you a smile that isn't pleasant at all. And he starts moving towards Mara. He stands in front of you, raises his head. How about you?
I think I'll I don't know. I want to roll something to see if Mara like snaps up and
you can spend a point of willpower and to focus on what's going on.
I think yes, that I will do it because she is not exactly. She seems. She stares at him while she moves, and for a moment, seems like she's seeing something. She's having a vision. She's not seeing actually him. Then she seems to snap back to reality. I will never join you. Kill me now and be done with it. Or you'll regret it, I can assure you.
Aww.
As you say it,
Bye,
give
Mara.
me a courage roll, Mara, with difficulty 8 to not, or actually 9, to not look terrified as you say it.
Yes, I have to do that. What difficulty?
9.
1.
Success.
Success.
Sort of, he gives you a smile. Roll the 1. And pats you on the cheek. And moves on to Bear. How about you?
It takes me a moment to focus on him, and there's just this look of confusion on my face. Where is this? Where is this? And then kind of the lucidness almost fades. Just kind of lost in confusion. And I've been kind of hearing his words wash over me, and that sounded very appealing, but then the people that I care for, the 2 girls on the crosses that I care for, they've said no. I don't want it to hurt, but I don't want to disappoint them. So I just kind of fade back into the thoughts of blood and thoughts of mother.
So you fade back into that. And Florian looks to you a bit moment. And at this point, the man in a red jacket steps closer to him, and you can see Bea, you're nearby. But it looks almost like blood color. And it looks almost like it's made from scraps of skin and meat, this whole jacket that he's wearing. He comes up to Florian, looks around all of you. Just as I told you, we don't have time for this. And Florian looks to all of you again, nods his head. We will leave shortly. And he steps back in front of the small crowd that is gathered there, the group of Sabbat members, raises his hand again and says, "Rejoice, my children, and partake in the bodies of your prey." At which point, he gives like a small bow. He puts his arm around the very pale woman with almost white hair, and starts leading her away. And the other man who talks to him leaves with him, and the group parts to let them go. And at this point, sort of as they leave, as long as they're seen, the group sort of stays in respectful-ish silence. But after they left, the Nosferatu with a dislocated jaw claps his hands. "All right, let's get to it." And people sort of disperse and move towards you. Mara. You are, the Nosferatu comes straight for you. He's just walking towards you. His dog is moving on the side of him.
My sworn
looking
enemy.
very excitedly. He comes up to you and just grabs your hand and pulls you off the cross. Roll me your stamina, please.
My big stamina. 1. No.
No? Then take 1 damage just from the wounds.
Well, Janina, if she takes any more damage, she's gonna be in torpor.
Good news.
He pulls you down. And kind of pulls you to the ground. You fall there. You feel this horrible pain in all your body. Your cheek got torn as he just tore you off. You're bleeding all over. You're hungry. And he just starts kind of wiping his shoe on you. And looks down on you. You know what? Back in the day, when we first met, I thought you showed promise. But I guess nobody is right every time. And with that, he lifts you. Do you wish to do anything at any point?
I tried to bite him. I think he's the match of my strategy now.
Bite him.
If you want to bite him, okay, that's... roll me your dex and roll. To even get into a position.
Ooh, dex and roll.
I'm crossing my fingers.
I think 1 success.
It's difficulty 6. It's an opposed roll.
1 success.
Okay. So you move into that position to bite him. And you're almost managed to sink your teeth, but before you do, he kicks you in the face. Roll me your stamina again. No?
No.
This is gonna be half, so it's not too bad. Take 2 damage. So you feel like your jaw kind of cracking. And he moves on to you. Again. That wasn't too bad. Maybe there's some fire in you after all.
I try again.
You try again. Go for it. The same roll.
Yes, no.
No. So you try, but you just can't. Like, your jaw is hurting. You're laying there in the rubble. And he comes up to you. He picks you up. Almost holds you like in one hand for a moment. Pats his dog. Come on. I found a toy for you. I found a new toy for you. You're gonna like it. And he throws you. Just across, more towards the bonfire. You don't quite fall into a bonfire, but you come very close to it. And he just shouts like, fetch, as this is happening. And the dog comes up to you and starts biting at you.
Okay. I try to bite the dog.
Well, let's do this. Roll me your, this time, strength and roll. And add your potens. I'm gonna roll for the dog and see how the biting.
No, I'm defeated by the dog.
Once again.
Really?
Once again.
Well, the dog has something. So the dog starts like chewing at you.
This
Once
is
again,
how we got to it.
I lose to the dog once again.
Yes, and you feel the pain in all your body as you do it. And this dog is biting its jaws into your arm, kind of pulling. And at some moment you notice that the Nosferatu is tugging at your leg. And just like, come on, let me throw her again. No, you're not supposed to eat her, give her up. And he sort of playfully pulls you one way or the other. How are you feeling when that goes on? Bear in mind, you're in pain. You just got bitten. There is fire nearby.
I think that with the pain and the fact that she still has only one blood point, she's not thinking that much. No. She's she wants to eat, absolutely, and she's trying to she's back to her embrace, so she's trying if this time she can save her family, or if she.
Well, these things are gone now. These voices have gone now. They're not there in your head.
Yes, but it's like she's stuck there.
You're stuck there. Okay, so you sort of retreat into all that.
I'm trying to fight to reach my family and save them before the fire take them, and I'm obviously losing this time too. She probably keep fighting, but I have like.
So you are struggling against them, but you can't really do much. You might hit an occasional blow, but you're not.
Tell me if I at some point I should probably roll for frenzy. I think that.
Yes, we'll get to that. Yes, absolutely.
At some point, I
think we will get to that. But first, Janina. You are there, and Janina comes up to you with Jacek. No, I'm sorry, with a different Nosferatu whom you don't know. You see his kind of meaty face with red veins running underneath it.
Lucky girl.
His lips kind of shriveled, so that his teeth are visible. He is walking sort of twisted to one side. His back is a bit hunched. He comes up with Irmina, and they are leading a person, a man, sort of older man. He's just pulling this man. And the man is just like in tears, absolutely shaking, clearly in shock. And Irmina points to like next to you. All right. Yeah, set him here. I'll take care of him for a moment. And she starts stroking this older man's hair, and he's just like completely. He's trying to maybe fight her instinctively, but he's completely in shock and crying and just saying, like, "Please let me go. Who are you people? Why are you doing this?" And she's like, "Oh, settle down. This will be over soon. We'll take care of you. It's not gonna hurt that much." And then she gestures to the Nosferatu, oh, come on, why are you just standing there? Get her down. And he pulls you off the cross, and you feel this pain that you couldn't face all in your body. Roll your stamina. You're probably gonna be fine. Knowing you.
2 successes.
Yes, you're not more hurt because of this. Sort of pulls you down and sort of keeps you, like puts an arm on your shoulder. And he's quite strong. Irmina smiles at you. You fought so bravely. We were really impressed. You even managed to almost take down Arek. Tell me, did it feel good? Do you remember? Oh, never mind. I have a prize for you. Here. And she, puts this man in front of you. Here, drink him.
I would rather drink you, bitch.
Many would.
No, you're not pretty. You're ugly. The Nosferatu here looks much better than you.
She looks to this Nosferatu. Oh, my dear, isn't she cute? She thinks I have feelings to hurt.
No.
And she cuts
You're empty like a bottle.
She cuts the, neck of that guy and puts him near you.
I will
and
try
you
to
feel the smell of Vita. You feel it.
I will try my best to resist, and if I get angry, I will try to redirect my anger towards her, not the person.
You can't quite do that. He's right in front of you. You feel the smell, and you are a bit hungry. Not massively so, but a little bit.
I can do anything to resist it?
Yes, you can also control with difficulty 8. You can spend willpower on the roll.
I will spend willpower. Because I don't want to give this bitch satisfaction.
That's very fair.
And I have 1 success.
1 success. So you resist. And she's putting him almost to your mouth. And he's just crying. He went kind of limp and he's shaking. And she takes some... well, if you want to drink, I'm gonna have to help you. And she takes this blood and starts smearing it on your face. Right. And on your neck.
What's the Nosferatu? He's still holding me?
He's just holding you in place.
Alright. I will try to put the man that she's trying to feed me, to push him towards her if I can.
Roll your strength and roll and potence. Remember unless you want to spend willpower to ignore your penalties.
Okay, I will. I have 3 left, so let's spend it. So I have 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay. Let me. Sorry. Yeah. So, you managed to sort of shake him away so that he lets go of you. You couldn't quite manage to push him in the direction you wanted, but you managed to make him leave you for a moment. And Irmina is completely unconcerned. She continues to smear you with blood, and then leans towards you. You can kill him quickly, or we can have some time with him. Some very fun time.
I would much rather kill you and have fun with you.
Oh, well then. You really are. You know only one thing, don't you?
Oh yeah. I want to rip your pussy to shreds.
Oh, promises.
Hey.
They always promise such things. Estera, dear, come here. Please come here. And Estera starts going towards you. You see her going towards you, looking kind of bored almost with all this that is happening. And she comes up to you. And Irmina looks to her. Can you hold her for me, please? Stella just rolls her eyes. But she puts her hands on your arms, and it's a much stronger grip. And Irmina...
Did I hear that she called her Estera?
Estera, yeah. You did hear that.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to talk to her about Felicia. And I'm gonna ask, what do you think that Felicia would say to all of this?
She looks to you. I don't care, shut up.
I don't believe you.
She smacks you across the face. And it hurts.
Yeah, but I'm trying to put a brave face on.
After which she grabs your face and holds it in place so that you have to face straight towards Irmina, who pulls out a knife and moves towards the man.
This place is full of bitches. Really.
Do you say that? Do you say that?
Yeah.
Irmina just says, yes, we're the baddest in town. And she moves with the knife.
Most pathetic ones think.
What are you feeling, Janina? Seeing all this?
Well, I'm extremely worried about my sisters, but also I'm very angry at the woman. Not so much at the Nosferatu because I don't know him. I saw him personally, so he doesn't concern me as much. But this whole situation, I'm especially mad at the people that I saw that attacked me before, also the priest, and I don't want to give them the satisfaction of seeing me killing the person that they brought, because I'm willing to die if it proves my point that they are just a bunch of cowards hiding under bullshit.
So as you're thinking that, Irmina pulls out a knife and starts peeling, cuts the man and starts peeling his skin off, and he screams. There. You're hanging there. On the cross. And someone, a man at whose side you feel only rage, comes up, carrying a woman over his shoulder. And he cuts her and pulls her up. Here, I brought you a snack for old time's sake. And you feel the smell of Vita.
As he approached me, he probably heard me just repeating words, as my mind is very much focused on the words that the priest said and the thoughts of hunger, my mother. And so there's just the words redemption, mother, love, righteousness, mother, redemption, blood, penance, love, mother, Mother Mary, sins of the elders, righteousness, and that's just getting looped over and over and over again. And as the blood hand is pushed up in front of me, I bite into it.
Do you wish to resist frenzy at all?
No, I'm basically descending into myself.
Okay. So you drink, and you're feeling better as you drink. You can take Let's say 6 blood points before he takes her away.
My fangs almost snap after her.
Pulls her away. Hey there, leave some for others. And he buys him.
I just continue babbling. Redemption, mother, love, righteousness. Mother, redemption, penance, blood. Love, mother, Mother Mary. Sins of the elders, righteousness.
And then he looks to you. You see his face, the face of the man. Avec. You know you hate him. You feel anger when you see him in front of you. He looks at you. Well, you're even crazier than when I last met you.
I want to make him afraid. I'd like to use imitation on him.
Okay. Spend a blood point.
Now that he's ever so kindly gifted me some blood points.
Yes, spend a blood point. And it's gonna be difficulty 6. Manipulation and subterfuge.
I think I'm going to spend a willpower because I hate him.
Okay, that's fair.
That's 4 successes.
That's 4 successes, okay.
And I just continue babbling those phrases over and over again as I just push that sensation of fear into his
So
head.
he collapses in front of you, kind of screaming.
Redemption, mother, love, righteousness.
Is there anything more coherent going through your head, or do you just go to pieces at this point?
At this point, I'm just looping the priest's phrases and thoughts of my mother, although her face is starting to be a bit fuzzy, but it's still there. So I'm just focusing on that.
You remember the face of your mother, but less and less so. And you hear the screams of a man in front of you.
I smile. But otherwise I stay still.
Mara, you are being pulled, retreating into your own head, thinking you're in a different place. Roll me self-control. Difficulty 7.
While my war against the dog rages. 3 successes.
3 successes. So you control yourself. You don't lose it. You are still aware.
I'm trying, with my great strength, I'm trying to somehow get out of this situation and go save my family this time. This time I will. I can save them still.
Actually? Or do you just think about this in your head?
I'm trying to. I'm being dragged by the dog.
Well, the dog is sort of dragging at you, and
okay.
The Nosferatu Gravedigger is pulling you the other way, but not really trying to pull you from the jaws of the dog, more like playing.
I'm trying to get free of them, but I don't think I will succeed, but I try very hard because I have a family to save.
Okay, well, roll your strength and brawl. And add your potens.
4 minus 2. I spend willpower.
Yeah, that's fair.
She really wants to do that. One success.
One success.
Two, sorry,
okay.
because of willpower.
With willpower, yeah. You pull yourself free from the dog. Like, you manage to pull your leg free from the dog, even kick it a bit.
Damn dog.
But Gravedigger is holding you. And as you do that, he just pins you and sits on you, looking towards your face, calling the dog to his side. Right, kids? I see you have some spirit in you. Wasted, if you ask me.
He's sitting on me?
Yes. Holding you in place.
I try to bite him. If I manage to...
Well, roll me your strength and potence. You might have a wound penalty, and your brawl.
Two successes.
Two successes. I'm losing dice. They're falling off the table.
My brain just went good.
Good. I'm sorry. Well, you know, it's
Are you?
not really.
I feel like you're not.
Yeah, I think she's enjoying it.
I am. No, sorry. Like, he doesn't have that many, actually. How many did you have?
Sure.
Here's 4. Okay.
You're lucky we love you.
So he's holding you in place, and at this point, he rests his hand sort of on your forehead, so that you can't really. Oh, actually, he grabs your horns, and he pins you down by holding you down to the ground by your horns, so that you can't really attempt to bite him anymore. He is just too strong. He's stronger, from what you felt, than Janina. He's holding you in place. You know, I like animals that bite. So I kind of like you. Maybe we could make you into a pet. Maybe Irmina could enjoy. She told me, she asked if she could keep you. I told her, what does she want with a trash? But maybe you could be a good pet. What do you think? You'll keep her entertained, I'm sure of that. She's a good kid.
I'll save my family. You will not touch them. I probably try to struggle, but
You try to struggle, but I don't think you're struggling against him, but he's holding you pinned by your horns.
Yes, I'm not very strong.
No, you're not.
Let's put it like
he
this.
is.
And I have no blood, so basically I can't rise anything.
Hilarious. Could have made a great kid. But I see there's not much in this head of yours. Still sticking to your elders, right? Enjoy the taste of food.
I don't fucking care about elders. I care about my family. Don't touch them.
I'm not touching them, but I see others are making good job of it.
I try to like look at Janina or Bea, but I guess I can't
you
move my
can't
head.
move it much, but you can sort of move your eyes, and you see Janina, who is being held by 2 people, a Nosferatu and a woman with curly hair. And you see blonde woman in a summer dress with a knife beginning to cut up some man who is just crying and shouting and begging for mercy in front of Janina. And then you glance towards Bea and you see her still on a cross.
Smiling vaguely.
Okay. That is the most normal of the two debates.
Yeah, smiling. Yeah.
Okay, Bea is safe. Normal Bea. Mara probably tries to get free to go to them, but
so you're struggling against
with
him,
her strength. She has not very hope.
Well, you can roll once again. Roll me your strength and roll and potence.
Why not? Two successes again.
Two successes. Yeah, no, that's 5 successes here. You can't. You just can't. You realize that you're helpless. You can't get free from him. And he looks to you when you say you want to protect your family and says, "Oh, don't worry, kid. We're not gonna kill them. That wouldn't be any fun."
At this point, I think I'm just struggling with all my not very great strength to get free and go to them.
So you are struggling, but you can't. He has his Indian
ignoring him now.
And you're trying to ignore him. You're trying to struggle. Roll me for self-control again. Difficulty 7.
1 success.
You have 1 success. So you stay in control and you feel, as he is holding you, calls his dog over, pats it, and just says things like, "Yeah, I know you like some trash. Go get some trash. You always eat some rubbish somewhere on the street. Yeah, go at it." And you feel some bites, and he's holding you in place. But you are trying to ignore him, and are you shouting anything? Are you saying anything? Are you screaming?
I'm screaming. Probably yes. I'm screaming. Both Janina and Bea name, and probably sometimes I scream name you never heard of people that are no more.
Okay. So you're screaming.
I'm not screaming because
tell me your stamina again.
Out of my home.
Just to see. Roll me your stamina again.
No.
From all this bite, 1 more damage. Or actually 2 more over the course of how it goes on. Janina. Estella holds you, and then Nosferatu holds you. They're holding your head in place. As Irmina, in front of you, smiling at you, starts cutting this man, peeling his skin off, and almost caressing him.
That's all you're doing. This is not on me.
And she's... Well, you could have spared him suffering, but you didn't. And the man is screaming, and it's like, please, why are you doing this? Please,
what do you want from me?
I want you to kill him.
And what will I get out of it?
And she just keeps cutting. And the man is screaming, how are you feeling? What are you thinking at this moment? This man is, she is peeling off his skin. I
feel sorry for the man.
Very deliberately.
I'm very, very uncomfortable with this situation. When she's trying to make me kill him, to spare him suffering, when I know it's not my fault. So I'm really not sure what I have to do. So I'm trying to find a way to help the man, but I don't want to kill him, but I see that maybe there isn't anything else I can do. All right, I will kill him.
Ask nicely,
Please.
she says, and she keeps cutting him.
Please, and I will try my best to make the fakest smile ever.
That's not nice enough. I want to keep you begging a bit. And then she cuts the man, and he screams again. He's just like all in tears, shaking. He's barely coherent. There is some begging coming out of his mouth, but he's basically, he's like losing it.
I will try to get free and grab him myself and bite him.
Roll me your strength and roll. Difficulty is 6. Do you spend willpower in order to...
I will, because else I wouldn't have any dice.
Yeah.
Alright. What is the difficulty? 6?
6.
I have 1 success.
You have 1 success. You can't quite pull. There's 2 people holding you right now.
I will turn to the Nosferatu that's holding me, and I'm gonna beg him.
You can't really turn, they're holding your head as well.
But I'm trying, to see that I'm begging him, not her.
Okay. So you can look towards him.
Please, let me kill this man and spare him the suffering, please.
He looks to Irmi now. She's like, that's good enough. And she moves him towards you. You can feel him shaking. I
will whisper in his ears that I'm sorry, and I will bite him.
So you bite into him. And roll me your self-control with difficulty. See if you will lose control.
I have a botch.
So you lose yourself in it completely the moment you taste it.
You cannot hunt. It's your vein.
Yeah, that's my vein.
Bea, you're hanging there. The man in front of you. It takes a while, but he puts himself up at some point.
I smile.
Looks to you with a pained face, clearly crazed expression. Says, "You fucking bitch!" And you see claws extend from his hands.
Darkness is coming.
The right it is for your fucking head. Remember what was coming earlier. Remember Marcin.
Righteousness.
He stabs you with his claws.
I scream the word redemption.
You scream the word redemption. I'm doing very high. Very hard. Oh god. Right. Take 2 aggravated damage. It hurts like hell when he stabs his claws into you.
How does that work when I've already got a point of bruised? Sorry.
It just adds to it.
Just adds. Good.
Yeah.
So does it cover over, or does it move on to a new box?
Move on to the new box.
Okay, that's fine.
So you would have 3 altogether. You scream redemption, and you hear screams somewhere. You hear someone screaming your name. Your sister, your woman you care about, she's screaming your name. She's screaming the name of the other one and some other names. And she's just shouting and shouting.
I don't think I know what to do in this instance. I just hear the screams.
Yes. Do you feel anything in response?
Fear, rage, wanting to just disappear into my own head, to not be here for this. Just wanting to just completely dissociate from the entire situation, wanting to help them, but being pinned to this cross where I don't think I can move. I'll try to move. I'll try to move my arm.
It hurts a lot when you try to move your arm.
Yes.
Do you want to pull it free?
Yes.
Roll strength and athletics, sorry. Difficulty will be 8 for this.
How about a botch?
The pain just overwhelmed you. You try to do it, and it hurts so much.
Scream the word sister.
Scream the word sister, and you can't. You start losing even those words that are in your head from the pain. Like it covers all your other memories and your other impressions in this moment.
The words disappear and I just scream.
Mara.
When I hear Bea screaming sisters, I scream on top of my lungs. Don't worry, I'm coming. And I try to, if it holding me by the horns, I basically try to
break the horn. Break the
horns. That I will not, probably will not manage it, but I'll try anyway.
You try to break your horn, right?
Yes. The horn is
then roll your strength and athletics with difficulty 8.
Okay. 3 die. Willpower?
You can spend willpower.
1 willpower.
1 from willpower. So you are against the pressure, trying to put the pressure on your horn so that it breaks, and it does. And your head is somewhat free at this point, and it hurts a lot. And I'm gonna take roll your stamina.
Why always this way?
We need a hospital for Kim.
No? Then take 1 more damage from self-inflicted. As the pain just moves through your body. And as it does, you feel some blood even oozing from your horn, as if there were nerves in it that you didn't know before. And you're trying to bite.
I'm trying to. I'm not free to move. I guess
He's
try
sitting on you.
Now that I can move my. Yes, I try to bite. I see.
Okay,
I think
you try to bite. Roll your. Let's say your dex and roll that.
I use willpower to not have the penalty because I'm crippled.
Okay, that's fair.
So why let's
absolutely.
We don't need willpower. Dex and brawl.
Brawl, yeah.
I add potence.
No, not at this point. No, because you're using Dex.
Difficulty?
Difficulty is 6.
3.
3 successes. So at this point, do you want to bite into him or do you want to bite him just as an attack? Or do you want to start drinking his blood?
I think I want just to get free. But I think if I manage to bite him, I probably have to roll willpower to not drink.
So you manage to bite him on his hand, and then roll your self-control. With difficulties. Difficulty is 6, but you have only 1 die because you have 1 blood point.
Sorry. I have to roll 1 die.
No. Yes, you can only roll as much for self-control as you have blood points. But difficulty is standard, it's 6.
Okay. So 1 dice.
1.
I can't do that. No, I cannot do that. I botched.
So you lose yourself as well in a taste of his bitter.
Yum, yum, yum.
You can add yourself 3 blood points.
But 3? Well, but I'm coming, Bea. I'm coming. I promise you.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You can add 3 blood points, and we'll leave it at that. Janina, when you regain consciousness,
how much blood can I?
Oh, you're on full blood now.
Oh, nice. Nice. At least something positive is here.
And you are now. You have like some metal, piece of metal just coming through you, piercing you to the wall. To the stone wall of the church. Some of the bricks have like fallen. There's a bit of rubble. You look around. You see the dead. You see the body. You hear Bea screaming.
All right. So there's no one else around me.
No. I'm coming. Like you hear Bea screaming. You see that Irmina has now walked over and is over Mara.
Right.
And
what about Nosferatu that was holding me?
The Nosferatu who is holding you went somewhere away. He's now going towards Bea. Estera has gone in that direction as well. And in front of you is the Nosferatu that you heard called Gravedigger with a dislocated jaw.
I remember him.
I think his dog on the back. And he is looking. And next to him is the man you heard called Jacek, who you fought when you fought Marta. And you see the dead body of the man you just drained there. And I think now is as good a time as any to roll for conscience. Difficulty is always 8. There are no penalties. You can't spend willpower on this.
Okay. Well, I have no success.
Do you have any ones?
No.
You have no success. So you lose a point of humanity.
Oh no.
And I would say that at this point, you are just overwhelmed by everything that happened. That you don't really register. Or maybe you're overwhelmed by your anger at the people who did it to you. What do you think? Why does Janina not feel any remorse?
Because she was forced into this and she thinks it's not her fault entirely.
Okay. You think it's not your fault because you were forced into this.
Yes.
And as you're there, pinned to the wall, Gravedigger comes up to you. He has this chain he's sort of spinning around. And Jacek is there with a metal poke with a white hot end. Gravedigger just spins the chain. Tell me, my dear, whatever happened to that other kid I was training? The one that stayed with you. She tasty? You enjoyed her?
Well, she's dead.
Serves her right, she was useless anyway.
She wasn't. She was a person.
Person, my ass.
Is this what makes you happy? Torturing?
On occasion, yeah. Why do you ask?
I just try to understand where is the appeal in the Sabbat, because I can't see any. I would really love if you try to explain it to me. Maybe I'm just stupid and I don't see it, but I really don't.
You seem pretty fucking stupid to me. But I'm not a spiritual educator.
Why did you join, if I may ask? Do you want to just go and kill people?
I think this conversation needs a little bit different setting. Don't you say, Jacek? Go on, do your thing. It's gonna be more pleasant to talk like this. And you look to the other man and you look for perception and empathy. With difficulty 7. You have your penalties, remember?
Alright, so I have 5 penalties, so I have 1 dice.
Yeah.
Oh, I have 7, so 1 success.
So you see the hesitation on his face as he moves this poke towards you, but you see like a bit of discomfort, and he looks to the gravedigger and it's a bit like apprehensive and scared.
You know you don't have to do that, because...
And then he moves it towards you, and the gravedigger is like, the fuck? And he starts just hitting you and the guy both with the chain. Hitting you over and over and over and over again.
So pathetic.
Do you really say that? Roll me your self-control.
Alright.
Just pure your self-control with difficulty 8.
1 success.
1 success. So you can sort of control yourself from screaming out.
Yeah.
But you feel the overwhelming pain as you're being hit all over your body. It went somewhere.
Shame, because I wanted to try to bite it.
You can't really bite it, you're like attached, you're way too high. And he's hitting you and he's hitting the other guy, Jacek, next to you. It's like fucking useless.
Are you getting on this?
If you look at him, he looks completely indifferent. He's just doing it like mechanically.
I will take the punishment or whatever this is. And try to remain indifferent too.
You can sort of, but I think like it shows that you are in pain.
Yes, in pain, yes.
You can sort of control. You can like keep yourself from screaming out.
Yeah. I'm just like, I am in pain, but
yeah,
I just don't want to, just try to cry and beg for mercy. I'm just taking it.
So you're just taking it. And it goes on for a while, and after a while you collapse and lose consciousness. Yeah. You are screaming. The man is still holding claws inside you, wiggling them a little, but not hurting you more. And you are screaming. Do you pay attention to anything around you?
No. I'm just screaming. Focusing
So
on
you are just screaming. Would anything you think appear in your head at this point?
Mother.
Through the pain. So you scream and think of Mother. Do you scream her name?
I don't think I remember to this point. I don't think I thought I had no words left.
Yeah. Yeah, you have, well, I mean, like, you can have some words left. I think you have Felicia's name. in your head.
I think there's kind of a disconnect between my thoughts and my vocal cords, and so maybe I'm thinking her name, but it's just incoherent screaming that's coming out.
So you're just screaming and screaming, and someone takes you off. The cross. You feel pain as they do it. Roll me your stamina.
Woohoo! 1 success.
Oh, you don't take any extra damage from this. It just hurts. You feel the pain intensifying, and you feel that you're being moved. And do you react in any way? What goes through your head as you're being moved?
Do my thoughts become slightly more coherent now that I've not... I presume I don't have the claws in my belly anymore.
No. Yes, they do become more coherent.
Okay. Then I possibly start saying mother, blood, redemption.
So you say that, and you feel that you are being carried somewhere down. And then it's dark around you, and you can't see.
Darkness is coming.
Mara.
I still struggle.
When you regain consciousness, you can't move. You're completely paralyzed. And you see a face of a blonde woman over you, who is smiling at you, moving her finger along your face.
I try to bite her finger.
You can't move. You're staked. You're conscious. She opens your eyelids. You're looking at her, but you can't move at all. She's just looking at you.
I can speak, or I can...
No, you can't speak.
I look at her very, very, very angry.
You look at a frozen expression, and it is frozen in anger. And she's moving her hand along your face. She's arranging your hair, doing braiding
It's my
it,
job.
braiding and rebraiding it, smearing some blood into them. And she's talking. Oh, you're such an ugly doll. Really repulsive. But don't worry. I will make you work. I would very much like to keep you. We could have such fun, you and I. Gravedigger has a pet. I also want one. We'll have to do something about your face. And your blood is so weak, like, almost repulsive. But it's fine. I will take care of you. You won't be hurt anymore. Oh, you will be hurt, but only by me. I'll make sure of that. And it will be fun. I will make it fun. What are you feeling as this is going on and you can't do anything at all? She's putting you makeup with like blood on. She's painting on your face. She's braiding your hair, and she's just commenting like that.
Mara, well, she's obviously scared by the whole situation. And she's she is she feels like she had failed at protecting her family once again. So she's very she's saying that she's angry is an understatement of how angry she is. She's what the Sabbat is saying also Arthur, but there is this anger and feeling of frustration that almost encompass everything else. She wants to get up and destroy everything till she finds her family, if they are still alive.
But you
But she
can't
can't do
move.
anything. But she
And
can
as
move.
thinking about it, you again start feeling the smoke and hearing screams in your ears. And finally, you feel like you are being lifted. The Nosferatu carries you, Gravedigger. You notice, just by a glimpse of an eye when your head turns a certain way, the woman with the curly hair carrying Bea. And you see Janina being bitten and bitten with a chain, now by this other guy whom you fought before, until he starts dragging her by her leg behind you. And you are being carried down into darkness. And you're being thrown down. And as you do, you feel a little bit of pain as you hit the ground, but you lie there staked. And you hear some other body fall next to you. And then you hear a question from above. Should we put her there as well? And woman's voice saying, no, I want to talk to her. And I will want to talk to this one later. Suit yourself. For my taste, you like talking way too much. And you recognize this as Arek's voice. And you hear someone go down and put somebody near Bea. You see that you're being carried down. You're in the darkness now. You can't see anything. And someone puts you on the ground. And goes out and locks the hatch, and you're alone in darkness. You know, you've seen somebody being thrown in there before, someone you care about.
I crawl over to where I remember it being.
You can eventually you find a body.
And I kind of try and pat out to try and figure out where the body is.
So you're patting out the body, and you feel the blood on it, and there, and your hand comes across a stake.
I whisper the words redemption, mother, blood, sister, and then pull the stake out.
Mara, you hear all that. You feel someone touching. Well, you know it's Bea because she's whispering those words and you hear her voice. And then she pulls the stake out.
I immediately snap sitting, and I'm imagining that Bea is still beside me. I immediately ask her.
I go completely stiff.
I told you I was coming. I told you. And I'll save you. Don't worry. I'll pull you I bring you out, you and Janina.
Darkness.
I'm an expert. I'll pull you out of this. But I don't see shit, probably. So
You don't see shit, no.
okay.
But you remember, like, hearing another body fall in.
I release Bea, but like I take her by the hand, so like to be sure. And I
pretty much limp in your hand.
I try touching around to find, hopefully, Janina.
You find her fairly easily. You find another body. It feels very bloodied, but somewhat dry underneath it.
But she moves?
No.
I try to see she has if I feel a stake or something.
There isn't a stake.
There is no stake. Okay. So I without even thinking, I have since I have a lot of 4 points of blood, so I'm fully full of blood. I rip off. I bite
blood bond for everyone.
Yes, exactly.
my wrist, and I give my blood to Janina immediately.
Janina, you feel delicious taste of Vita.
And everything will be fine. Maybe.
We'll give Janina 1 blood point then. Spend 1 blood point. Give 1 to Janina.
And I was without any blood?
No, you didn't lose any. You didn't lose blood. You are, however, on like full damage. You're incapacitated.
Oh, yeah.
So you will need to spend 1 blood if you want to like move in any meaningful manner. Otherwise, you can sort of lie there and talk.
Okay, but since I have a full blood pool, I will definitely spend.
So you can heal up a bit, and you feel this blood very tasty, delicious in your mouth, but you control yourself now without any problem. Is Bear still whispering?
Sorry, a bit late.
As soon as I hear her voice, I will definitely go for a hug, and I will embrace her very tightly.
You realize I'm very hurt, and I miss a piece of arm.
I don't see it, so
you don't see it at this point, but you feel blood on Mara as well. You feel that she isn't like. And although Janina is much more blooded.
I will definitely, if I hear Bea muttering the words, I will try to find with my hand her and hug her too.
You find her.
Again, I go stiff the moment that I'm being touched.
And I'm going. Everything's alright. Bea, it's us. Yes. Janina and Mara. We are your sisters. Come back to us. We love you.
Sisters. Blood. Redemption.
I don't see her very much, but I take Bea's face in my hands. I cannot see her with the darkness, but I try to look her into her eyes. Bea, I'm Mara, and there is Janina. We need you. We need you.
Come back to us.
We will take you out of this, but we need you. Please, come back.
I will try to make her remember some of the past things that we went through together. Something positive, maybe. Maybe try to get over how we met and some other memories that we shared together. And I will try to make her remember these.
So Bea, you hear those voices in the darkness. Their hands touching you. It's familiar.
I don't like them touching me.
Do you attempt to move away?
Yes.
So Mara, as you're trying to hold, touch Bea, she moves away. She jerks away from both of you. She doesn't react well to your touch.
I leave her space. I don't try to hug her, to touch her again.
They broke our sister.
They did not. She's not broken.
We have to. I know, but we have to find a way to make her come back. Yeah, let's talk about Felicia.
They seem distressed.
I would guess yes.
I'm mainly frustrated, more than distressed. I'm like frustrated that.
I would like to numb their emotions.
Okay, then roll perception and charisma and empathy. Once with difficulty.
Can we try to resist?
You can't resist it.
Damn it.
Once with difficulty 7 and once with difficulty 8.
Okay. So for difficulty 7.
Yeah.
1 success.
1 success.
And for difficulty 8. Oh dear. Do 10s double?
No, not here.
3 successes.
3 successes. So Mara, you are feeling distressed and helpless and angry, and you feel calmer. Okay. For a moment. You start feeling calmer. This calm descends on you, and you can think clearly. You're pretty calm. What would you say was your main emotion? Was that anger or?
Yes, I think yes.
Your anger is gone. You're not angry anymore. And Janina, briefly, you stop feeling frustrated. And you also have this moment of calm. But after a few moments, it comes back and your feelings go back to normal.
I will try to reach for Bea's diary and make her read it.
It's dark.
It's very dark.
I don't think I can read in the darkness. Right. I also don't know if I still have that.
I forgot it.
Okay.
I forgot. So
okay.
I take that back.
Okay. One thing at a time.
Yeah.
First, we need to find a way out. Janina, look, stay with Bea. I'll try to see if I can.
Are you well enough
find a way
to try to for it alone? Are you well enough? How do you feel?
I'm fine.
Right.
I'm lying. Okay. I'm lying, but if you want to check, I'm obviously lying because I like.
Well, I can't check much because it's dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't look for body language.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
All right.
I'm
gonna stay here.
Stay close. Okay. I crawl around the room. See if I find find something useful or if I find other bodies. Secret passage, I don't know.
Roll your wits and investigation with difficulty 6. to see how well you get around the darkness.
I also spend a willpower to ignore penalties. One success.
You find a ladder, a metal ladder. And as you climb it, you get to, like, the ceiling, and you can't move the thing there. Bea, what is going on with you? How are you acting? How are you feeling?
That is a very good question. I think still trying to stay out of my own head, stay out of my own body, not feel things. The voices in the darkness were familiar, but also frightening. There were words that I recognized, but the touch was uncomfortable, unpleasant, but that's mostly stopped now. But I've got Mother looping over and over again in my head, and I think of her and her name, and I try to connect to her, to tell her I'm sorry.
All right. So you withdraw very much into yourself and your thoughts. Do you say anything? Or is it all internal?
I think there's still the constant babbling. Well, not babbling, but every so often one of the words gets repeated. I don't think there's going to be much coherent for the rest of the night.
Janina, you are by Bea. And she doesn't seem to change at all.
Bea, try to remember your mother, Felicia. She loves you very much. And she needs you to get back to yourself. Remember her, your mother, Felicia, an old woman who loves you, cares for you, tries to protect you.
I start crying.
You hear Bea cry. You, Mara, as well, as you climb down. You hear Bea
I will try to hug Bea again while whispering about Felicia.
I flinch
and
again.
Repeating work mother.
I flinch again.
What happened?
If she flinches, I'm gonna let her go. And
I got near
Mara, as you go closer to them. You are not angry anymore, but there is the smell of smoke that is getting closer, and the screams in your head that are getting louder.
What's happening? What happened?
I can't get her snap out of it. I tried everything. I tried to make her remember mother, but I'm not sure if she even recognizes us. She's afraid. I don't know what to do.
There's a ladder. There's a door, but I cannot open the door. I'm not strong enough.
I'm gonna go try.
I need your help.
I'm gonna go.
We will take her away from here and she will be fine. Okay? We are all going to be fine.
Right.
I will protect you. You will not die in the flames. Okay? They will not burn you. He will not burn you.
I'm not afraid of dying. You know that.
You hear that, like, what Mara is saying doesn't quite make sense. You realize that.
Mara, I will stop her with my hand and try to find her face and try to touch her face and make sure that she's here mentally. Mara, are you all right?
I'm fine, but we have to live.
What's happening? Just, you can tell me anything. We all have been through so much tonight, so it's fine if you're not well.
That my family is dying again. That's what's happening, and I won't let that happen again. I can't.
Can I make sense that she's talking about her theater friends and?
I don't think so, because you don't know what she is feeling.
Yeah, right.
She mentioned flames. Like, you might, realize that there might be some effect of what she's generally been through. But, yeah.
All right, Mara.
And you are all starting to feel tired, knowing that the dawn is approaching.
Fuck. We don't have time.
Well, good thing is that the assholes above us don't have time either, so. And I think we have an advantage over them because we have much more humanity, so that means we are going to wake up earlier than them.
Yes, you're right, yes. That could be our only hope to escape.
I think we all need to lie down and heal ourselves a bit.
I could try to call animals, but I have very little blood.
No,
I cannot.
Let's save
You can't
blood
call an animal yet. You don't know how to do it. You can only talk to one when there is one by you.
Let's just save our strength for tomorrow's night.
Okay.
And maybe it will help Bea as well. And maybe she's gonna get better.
I take both Janina and Bea and
flinch again.
I see.
Let's not
teach you. I will take you out of this. Okay, you will not die. I promise you. I failed answer, but I will not fail again. Okay.
Love.
I will. You will survive. I will get all of you out of it. Okay.
I love you both. You know that. And I will stroke both of their hair. But I'm gonna hold only Mara, and I'm gonna try to find a space to curl down with Mara. But I want to be near Bea, but I'm not gonna touch her.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you lie down. Do you also lie down, Bea?
I sit up near them in almost watching over them if I could see.
Do you still focus on your mother? And with that thought, you fall asleep. Mara, what are you thinking about before you fall asleep? How are you feeling? What is Mara experiencing right now?
Okay.
As the sense of smoke gets stronger the closer you are to sleep, and the screaming gets more difficult to ignore and louder.
Okay, thanks to to Bea, I'm calmer than I should be, probably.
Well, you're not feeling anger. That's okay, the thing. You can still feel panic or like other things.
I'm scared. The more I hear the screaming, the more I'm scared for them both. And I'm scared, and at the same time I'm absolutely adamant about saving them at cost of my life if I have to. I headbutt the door till the door will open on my brain will be splashed on the floor. I am focused on. I try to focus on saving them, to not to make the pain and fear go away.
Yeah. So you are there, terrified and wanting to protect people around you, your family. And it takes you longer to fall asleep. You feel very tired, but these voices keep you up. But eventually, you drift off. And you, Janina, what's going on in your head? As you lay there near Mara.
Well, first, I'm very glad that both of my sisters are safe and with me. I'm worried about Bea and Mara as well, and their mental state. And I also worry about what are we going to do tomorrow, if we are going to be able to escape. And if yes, I'm so done with Camarilla, and I'm so done with Sabbat. I just want to take my sisters and shelter them somewhere, because I just don't understand why should we have to sacrifice ourselves and to put ourselves in danger for people that we don't care about at all. And also at the back of my mind, I'm a bit worried about myself, because I didn't feel as guilty as I probably should when I killed that man. And it worries me a bit, because usually it would really make me so stressed and disgusted, but I did it and I don't feel as bad. And it worries me, because I remember the essay and I don't like this.
Yes,
and
you don't like
wait. Yeah, I can't wait for a better moment to talk about Mara with it.
Yes.
About this.
Because you realize, even as you think that you're worried and you remember the essay, that when you think to the man, you still don't feel guilt. You feel like it wasn't your fault. You still feel numb.
Yes, and that worries me.
And with that, you also fall asleep. Thank you very much. We will pause here for today. I hope you enjoyed it, both the players and our audience. I tried my best. Thank you so much for being with us and following our story. We will be back in 2 weeks on the 8th of June, the same time, 6:30 p.m. British Summer Time. And we hope to see you with us, to see, will the coterie escape? What will happen?
I hope they will. We have to. We suffer so much.
Let's hope so. Thank you all so much for watching. We will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye. Bye.